Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Eddie Miranda, the owner and founder of Men's Physique News. I'm here actually with Quincey Whittington. He is a new pro. He is going to be doing his pro debut at the City Limits Championships next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following weekend, doing his pro debut. And you know what? He's actually pretty highly anticipated. A lot of people actually have a lot of eyes on this guy right now.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's up, Quincey? How's everything going, man?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying the experience, being doing the sport and everything, and just trying to stay humble with it. And just focus, man. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Awesome, man. So, just a little preview on, guys or just people that don't know who you are and where you come from. Where exactly was it that you got your pro card at?
I got my pro card Team U, man. Actually, that was in New Jersey. I'm from a small town, Coral, Texas, man. A town of 6,000 people. So that's why this is kind of a big deal, what I'm doing. The reason why I'm doing it really is because my business is I train athletes and I mentor kids. That's my life. That's what I do. And that's what I live for, man. And the kids are actually the ones that picked this for me to do because I was preaching that if you put your mind to anything in life, no matter how uncomfortable it is, you can do it. And it happened to be a magazine with Phil Heath, on the front cover. They were being funny. It was like, hey, go do that. And I was like, no. And I looked into it and I found Men's Physique. And I told them I'll do that, and I asked them what they want me to do, and they said go to the highest level like you teach us. So I promised them I'll turn pro, and I did that in 3 shows last year, and I promised them Olympia in 2018.
Bro, that's awesome. And I'm actually want to ask a little bit more questions about, your interaction with the kids a little bit later on. But
Okay.
you just finished saying about, you did 3 shows before you went to get your pro card. What kind of shows and where did you do them?
I did the Phil Heath. I got third, man. It was real crazy. I actually went in. I was too big. They said I had a national and pro body too early. And then I did the Junior Nationals in Chicago, and they put me in Class A. And once again, guess what? I was too big.
Yeah.
So then I did Team U, Class B, and that's where I got my pro card.
Cool, man. And then leading up into the show, like how long has your prep been, and how has it been in comparison to any of your other preps before, even the one getting your pro card?
It's been good, man. I started 12 weeks out. I had a fresh 12 weeks with Coach Omar Ventura. My first 2 shows, I had coach that we really didn't mix too well, so it's frustrating. I'm new to the sport. I didn't know no better about some things. And Omar Ventura got me like 3 weeks before my pro debut and changed me tremendously to turn pro. And I've had him this full 12-week prep now, and it's crazy, man, the way that he has, or let me say that again, we have my body looking now.
Yeah. And how are you feeling going into the show? Like, are you highly excited and nervous? Like,
I'm always been a competitor. Football, my first love. I'm not nervous. People say, hey, George Brown's going to be there, these Olympians, and I smile, and it makes me want to get on the stage even more. I'm doing this to compete. I don't want an easy way in, and I'm excited, man. Yes, if you're not nervous, you don't love what you're doing.
yeah.
So, yes, I'm nervous because, like you said, my name's floating out there, and the new kid on the block, the rookie, but I'm excited, ready to get on stage and smile big as hell, man.
Yeah, I mean, like what you said, like, George Brown's coming to the show, and if you actually stack up against him, then you know where you kind of stand when you go into other shows.
Sure, man.
That's just the way it is. It's the same thing what happened with Stephen Gao at the Arnold. He ended up getting the top 6, and I mean, it was a last call in for him, but nobody was expecting for him to be there. But now he's being compared against the top in the world just because of that.
Man. Sure, and that's kind of why I'm not picking the easy shows to try to make it to Olympia, man. I'm doing this one more for my athletes and the families to be able to see me in Texas. But after that, I'm going to Pittsburgh to go against, Raymond, my other teammate. New York, Raymond will be there again. And then my 4th show is either out of Miami Pro or the Toronto.
Cool. And yeah, I was actually going to want to ask you about that. Like, what was the reasoning for your debut at the City Limits in comparison to something like a Pittsburgh Pro or a New York Pro?
My family. At the end of the day, man, I'm doing this for my athletes. and the kids. So I was like, man, I got to do a show in Texas. I actually wanted to do the Dallas Roper, but they took Men's Physique out. But this show ain't about nothing but my supporters in Texas and my athletes and the families that, you know, really truly support me, been there for me through day one.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little bit earlier, you do a lot of stuff with kids. Bringing some light to that, because I've been seeing pictures that you're with groups of kids, and what is it like? Do you mentor them? Do you school them? Like
I do. If you can see, I don't know if y'all can see behind me all these pictures.
Yeah.
Those are all the athletes I've got to college on full ride in all sports. In the past 2 years, I've gotten 33 athletes to the D2, D1 level, and golf, football, track, all sports. So my thing is, man, I'm in a small area where kids don't think they can make it out. So what I do is I train these kids, I have great connections, and I get them out to college to get their free education, help families not have to pay for college. But most of all, man, to really get to the deep side, I mentor these kids to stay focused. I mean, these kids shooting schools up and stuff, and I want to be that guy that can reach out to every kid and show them that I believe in them. And that's what a lot of kids need, is just somebody to reach out a hand. And all these kids that are doing crazy things, I just feel like if somebody actually reached out and believed in them, they might have thought about shooting a school up or shooting this or doing that. You know what I mean? So that's just these kids saved my life, man. You know, 3 years ago, I was ready to take my life because I didn't make it in football, and that's all I thought I was ever supposed to be. And if it wasn't for these kids, I don't know if I'd be here today.
Dude, that's pretty impactful. So, like, you just finished saying, like, you almost finished, like, kind of taking your life, and these kids brought you back. Like,
I did it. I almost did it twice, man. I ain't ashamed to say it, because I know there's more people out there like me that feel like there's nothing left and they want to take their life, but it's not worth it. And if it wasn't for these kids, man, I honestly don't think I'd be here today. But when I started interacting with these kids, it gave me life. That was my rehab to not, you know, take my life. So everything I do, man, it's for the kids. I'm not saying that to get more followers and more respect. I'm saying that because that's who I am.
No, man, that's good, and I'm truly thankful in the fact that you didn't act upon that, and the kids were, you know, actually motivated you to be where you're at today, which is really amazing. It always helps to get support from other places for you to be in the spot where you're at today.
For sure, yes, sir.
So I mean, you live in Texas, and you know, you've been prepping for about like 12 weeks.
Yeah,
So my question is always, bro, what's going to be your freaking cheat meal when you get off of that damn stage?
My first cheat meal, man, I've been seeing this thing on Facebook. It's a donut burger, man. Instead of buns.
You hold on. You haven't had a donut burger yet?
Nah.
Dude, come on, man. What the heck are you missing out on, bro?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the donut burger, and that's really all I want. Some macadamia cookies, man. Honestly, I got about probably 24 hours to cheat, then I gotta get ready for the Pittsburgh Pro May 4th and May 5th. So I don't got a lot of time to cheat. You know, I got the May 4th, May 5th Pittsburgh, and May 19th New York. So all my shows are within 2 weeks apart from each other. So I'm sure Coach Omar will give me a little 3 hours slack.
A little. Yeah. So, and then going into the show, like, have you spoken to any of the other competitors going into it? Like, kind of get their feel. Like, have you spoken to like George Brown and any other guys?
I hope nobody takes this wrong, but man, if I'm going against you, I don't really want to talk to you. That's just me. That's like me being on a football field. You know, I'm not gonna call my opponent. You know, and everybody's telling me to watch out for him and ask questions. I'll figure it out. You know, I got a bunch of great people on my side. I got Andre Ferguson, teammate buddy I've talked to, Jason Poston, Jeremy Potvin, all those guys that are in my corner. I talk to them daily. I actually be going to work out with Jason Poston for the next 6 days. Jeremy Potvin, and then when Andre flies in, he'll be there to support me. So I think I got, you know, a good support system as far as the knowledge of the sport, what to look for, and the help. And plus, I got Omar Ventura, man. He's a great coach.
No, you do have a lot of great athletes in Texas, and like you mentioned them, Jason Poston, Jeremy. You guys, you do have a good pool of guys there to lean on, you know, and it's cool. Like the fact that Jason is actually promoting you, you know, on his page and saying like, hey, you're basically the next deal that's coming up is huge, man. You know, you can't get that kind of promotion anywhere. You know what I mean?
And I love it, man. And I just stay humble, man. I got to, you know, the shirt, stay humble but hungry, but I really live by that, man. There's so many people that blow their heads up, but I've been through the life to where I was that cocky, arrogant guy, and I got humbled real quick, and I don't ever want to go there again, man. So I appreciate all the stuff and the positivity about Quincey Whittington, 2018 Olympia, gonna make it. It's great, but until I step on that stage, it really doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's 5 judges that matter. You know, it ain't your fans. And to me, sometimes your fans and family are the worst people to listen to. I mean, I'm just worried about the judges, man, and it would be an honor to get that jacket this year, not to brag about the Olympia, but to keep my promise to these kids, man.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, it's been such a pleasure to be able to speak with you, to interview you.
Sir.
Bro, I want to wish you the best of luck coming into City Limits and the rest of your season, bro. But until next time, this is Eddy Miranda, and I just finished interviewing Quincey Whittington, and we will see you on the next one. See you guys later.
Good. Appreciate the support. Follow the movement, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.